26 Americans, including 20 children, were murdered at Sandy Hook Elementary. Two United States Senators, Joe Manchin, a Democrat from West Virginia, and Pat Toomey, a Republican from Pennsylvania, both gun owners, both strong defenders of our Second Amendment rights, both with A grades from the NRA. That's hard to get. Work together in good faith, consulting with folks like our Vice President, who's been a champion on this for a long time, to write a common sense compromise bill that would have required virtually everyone who buys a gun to get a background check. That was it. Pretty common sense stuff. Okay. 90% of Americans supported that idea. 90% of Democrats in the Senate voted for that idea.
How come Todd said we didn't?
But it failed.
We didn't.
Because 90% of Republicans in the Senate voted against that idea. How did this become such a partisan issue?
Right.
Republican President George W. Bush once said, "I believe in background checks at gun shows or anywhere to make sure that guns don't get into the hands of people that shouldn't have them."
Right.
Senator John McCain introduced a bipartisan measure to address the gun show loophole, saying we need this amendment because criminals and terrorists have exploited and are exploiting this very obvious loophole in our gun safety laws.
Bingo.
Even the NRA used to support expanded background checks. And by the way, most of its members still do. Most Republican voters still do. How did we get here? How did we get to the place where people think requiring a comprehensive background check means taking away people's guns?
Right.
Each time this comes up, we are fed the excuse that common sense reforms like background checks
we're getting wiped like a Jackie wiper. All right,
or the one before that.
A waste of time.
Or the one before that. So why bother trying?
All right.
I reject that thinking.
Right. January 5th, 2016. Gun control announcement, Washington, D.C., 8:57 a.m. Mr. Barack Obama, President Barack
Obama.
Obama.
Stop every act of violence, every act of evil in the world.
Is making an executive decision. All right, I'll be quiet.
Stop one act of evil, one act of violence.